So I think it's going to be pretty easy to get into the 20s and pick up the mount. Probably not going to be able to do it on this exact, on this live stream, because I'm probably going to wrap this one up relatively quickly. But
oh dear, he's not with you. Blast that dumb cop. I told him to stay with me today, but no.
Dumb cop.
He had to go to the mines and pick at another
It's
rock.
almost German, almost.
I'm sorry too. There will never be another Eddie. I remember the thank you for bringing me the news.
What is that?
Even if it wasn't what I expected.
A forget-me-not. What is a forget-me-not? It's a great sword. I mean, I can't complain about that. You know, assuming all these quests... that's the Covenant. So we have the Covenant, the Syndicate, and the Marauders. So all these quests, essentially, are available to everyone in town. They're not class specific, so if you just run around and do all the quests, you'll have options to get
8,
new
9,
weapons.
10. The miner's heirloom picks are all here. All accounted for and in good condition. This
Will you give
be
me
a big
a
aid
good
to
pick,
building
or
our
do I already
defenses?
got one.
How can I? You have my friendship, Rajal Sadak, and my time. And an odd job if you ever have need of one. We are always on the lookout for honest, hard-working people, and you strike me as being one.
I've got him fooled.
Let me give you a tip, Rajal Sadak. No one cares where you came from. We care about what you can do. The Regent made me her master builder after she saw my work. Though, she probably regrets that now. Well, I've run into some supply troubles.
Stone, timber, and leather.
Of stone, timber, and leather this week.
Okay, that's going to be
Nothing's turned up
just
yet.
a foraging
I fear
and
the poor souls I
lumberjack
found
work.
to help me may have turned into the lost. Oh? Would you? That'd be most excellent. You'd need to cut trees to gather wood and crush rocks to extract stone. There's a lot to teach you. But you'd?
It's alright. Not concerned about it, buddy. So I made charcoal. Ingots. I don't have any real need to make anything here. But I did that just for the sake of doing it. And I think I can make some timber if I had enough wood. Nope, I don't have enough wood. That's alright. So where's this Sage Mora? She's the only one I really want to talk to here. No, she's back in. She's back at the top of the city. So I have plenty of rawhide. Need to crush a bunch of boulders. Chop a bunch of wood. I'll do that off stream. Well, let's go see what this looks like. If I do this... Oh. Get that back over here. So I want to, I could travel here for 10 of 100. Okay. Good enough. Is Sage Moira upstairs? She is. Mora? Sage Mora?
Ah, I've just seen Elias and learned of the tragedy at the mine. Are you the one who recovered the fragments of this tablet? Very
I did.
interesting.
It's been exposed
I
to
will
the
have to
elements.
study
Yes,
these fragments more closely.
It's been in a mine,
In the
lady.
meantime, you are new to Pride, are you not? Quite a moment to arrive. Do you know our history? On the precipice of Sir Gawain's return to claim the throne, you should learn the significance of this event.
King Artorius arrived on Aeternum 700 years ago.
to discover a people scattered and divided. Promising order, he united southern Aeternum for the first time since the era of the Ancients. The king's rule was built upon the armor-clad shoulders of his sworn knights. Courageous Sir Gawain, fierce Sir Lancelot, and the loyal Sir Galahad. Their valor was tested when hordes of corrupted attacked from the north, guided by none other than the king's fallen advisor, the wizard Myrddin. In the wake of the conflict, King Artorius was gone. Fate unknown as the kingdom crumbled.
It looks like the table was round.
Left seeking vengeance, and Galahad to create a new life. But Sir Gawain was heir to the throne. He departed, seeking only divine blessing for his rule. Pridewin was in a dire state, ravaged by war, its people demoralized.
Demoralized.
Minister Könier, who held the town together, safeguarding the throne for Gawain's return. But Sir Jinjay of Ebonscale Reach captured the hearts of the people. After so many dark years, she emerged as a beacon of hope and was appointed Knight Regent. Now the minister informs us he spotted Sir Gawain's sails on the horizon.
He's probably making that up.
And we prepare for the true heir to finally come home and claim his throne.
Maybe not.
Now
Nice story,
perhaps you
Lee.
understand
I
how
like it.
momentous Gawain's return really is. And why it's so worrisome to hear this news from the mine, and from the farms. Though Minister Könier has been keeping it quiet to avoid a panic, we've had quite a few refugees claiming their farms are overrun with lost. But Könier assures me it's under control. If you have further questions, ask him. I must get to studying these fragments. Let's hope they yield answers.
Okay, so I talked to her. I'm certain I'm supposed to talk to this guy next. Actually, I should check the map. Oh, he's just standing up here on the platform. Where is he? Where did he go? Well, he should have been here. I was going this way. So they're leading me down the stairs.
After so many years without our true leader, it's natural to have doubts. But I assure you, the hour draws near. The bloodline of Artorius will soon sit again
He's probably
upon
evil.
the throne.
That's my guess. He's gonna go red eye on us.
What we have endured here pales in comparison with what challenges Gawain has faced in his long journey home. But he has persevered for you, the people of Pride.
You imagine he has.
We must ask ourselves, how will we show, nay prove, to our new king that we are as devoted to him as he is to us? When the hour arrives, I know he will find his subjects have remained true. And we will honor him as we once honored Artorius himself.
Minister Könier. He seems to like the attention.
Pledge our undying loyalty.
Yeah, this guy's trouble. Can we shoot him? Can we shoot him yet? Well, at some point we have to be able to shoot this guy. Not now.
Ah, our brave newcomer returns. I understand the Knight Regent dispatched you to the mines. A lot to ask of a guest, but it's her prerogative.
He's
You
in on it,
tell
we're pretty
them.
sure.
I hope the situation there wasn't as dire.
It was,
as
and
it
they sent
sounded.
dispatches.
She said that, did she? Well, yes, I do recall receiving at least one dispatch. But her demands were absolutely out of the question. The foreman wanted us to send all our knights to help defend the mines, but that was, of course, impossible. With all the preparations for the return of the true heir, we simply can't dispatch our knights.
So for the guy who's not here
needed.
yet, we can't send people
I
out.
was preparing to send a few knights, but then I was told that you had been given the task. Oh, by all means, tell her I will come as soon as I finish my vital work on behalf of the true heir, which was proceeding apace before I was interrupted. Tell her.
Yeah,
it
they
will
made
be
him
known.
deliberately unlikable.
And thank you for your service to Prydwen.
Yeah, that's great, dude. Minister Könier is deliberately unlikable. Clearly. Do I have any points to spend? Oh, I do have a lot of points to spend. Let's go back into dexterity. We're just gonna keep pushing those up. Anything on weapons? No. Just screaming. Cannot camp in landmarks. So I will have to go out and find out what this camping thing is about in a minute. Whoops. It feels like I should go out and talk to the guy who's just south of the city. But let's go ahead and resolve this real quickly. See if we can get to the point where she gives me another outside quest instead of running around the city talking to people.
You return, but without Minister Könier. I assume he claimed he was too busy with his preparations?
Yes.
It's just as well. As Knight Regent, it may be best if I handle matters personally going
I
forward.
will take my reward for talking to people. Thank you very much.
While you are away, Foreman Musa visited and related the whole story from the mines. She says the day after the mysterious tablet appeared, lost pirates attacked the mines, seemingly out of nowhere.
Yes.
These pirates could only have come from the best.
Oh yeah, so she's going to send me back up to the same area that the barkeep wants me to go.
Apparently, this seems to be an alarming trend, and we must find the source of it. I have already dispatched Sir Payne to the north, which is my duty as Knight Regent. Könier will not be pleased, but perhaps he will now deign to pay me a visit. You are eager and courageous, and it is most welcome. My hope is that you and Sir Payne can deter the pirates from further incursions and discover.
Sure, we'll do it. Okay, so that's going to put me, I'm not going up there right now, but that's going to put me up here. So we're in the process of gathering quests up here in this area. It's the Knight in the North. What is this one? That's gathering resources. That is a campsite that is outside of my reach. Fair enough. So is there, under activities, PvE, raids, soul trials, expeditions? I'm not doing any of that. My character. My journal, that's my quest journal. Okay, so I don't have a company. My quest journal, objectives, documents, and tutorials. We're not going to do that right now. So Knight to the North, that's pinned and I can unpin it. That's the main story. I have two side stories, the Old World Wine, which is up in the same area, resources for Prydwen, which is gathering a bunch of items, town projects, and I can kill sheep if I can find sheep anywhere. So I don't have a company, which is fine. I'm not going to create one. My journal gives me documents, objectives, tutorials. I do not have a mount yet. I think that's the one that I got for, yeah, that's the one I got for upgrading the game, so. And my character is here. Nothing in the bio that we can change. No attributes or points to spend, no weapons, trade, or mastery. Why is engineering 50? So engineering is 50 because of the class that I took. So logging, woodworking, that's nice. That's probably also why I could chop down some of the larger trees early on. I do want to stop outside and see if my campsite works. Or see if I can create a campsite. That should be something I should be able to do right now. It's on the options list for me. How do I get out of this town? The cows are mooing. So many vendors to talk to. Let's just head out this door. Closest door to get out of here. And I probably need some basic resources. Yeah, I think I can chop down mature trees, I'm assuming, because I already have logging skill. What I need are smaller trees. Does green wood give me, or do the young trees give me green wood? They do. So I can do that. Banana trees? Cannot camp in landmarks. So I am not where I want to be. Let's go ahead and get the... Oh, I already have the wood. I need a boulder of some sort. We're gonna go see this guy down here. This guy looks like he should train me in something camping related. Building is obstructed. Okay, so I can do this. So it takes 5 green wood and some flint. Step back, and now I have a campsite. So, what's changing the skin? Those are other things that I have. I don't know what that's going to do. Let's see what it does. I don't really think. Yeah, I mean, this is a basic campsite. That shouldn't do anything. I can craft here. I can do some basics. Okay, that's good. So the thing that I'm missing at the moment is some stone. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather the resources real quickly. It won't take but a minute. Shouldn't take more than a minute. And I'm not gonna head up to the Brised shore soon. Let's just see if we can get all the stone we need for this. You can literally spend hours in this game just doing this. I remember this. And if you want to get to the higher end material, you have to. It's absolutely required. But it does mean if you like crafting, and there's a nice... The fishing wasn't bad in this either. I remember the fishing being pretty decent the first time around. So if you like crafting, if you like fishing, if you like the, you know, kind of... I hate to call it just time filler stuff, but if you want to level up those skills so that you can make your own items, a lot of that is accessible in this game. And frankly, you know, if you just want to level up, the quests seem pretty neatly chained together, right? So there's crafting stone blocks at the stonecutter table and timber at the wood shop. You know, it doesn't really feel like I have... I've ever looked up and thought to myself, gee, I don't know what to do next, right? So everything is marked on the map. Every time I turn something in, the person right in front of me usually has something new to do. They definitely are leading you through the process. What am I supposed to make here? Stone cutting table. How many 40 blocks? How many blocks am I supposed to make? Is it 10? I don't even remember. 10 or 20? Ten timber. And then we'll give him the resources. And all the towns have these as well, so we're just gonna make 10. I'm sure the things I can make if I actually make more resources. Interesting shift in music. Oh, someone's playing. Is that a bard? I don't know who it is.
Great! You brought exactly what I needed. The right type and the right amount.
I keep telling him to put the hammer
Are you
down.
always this resourceful? You're a good
So what am I gonna
person,
get?
Rajal. Have you made friends
He's
here?
calling me that.
You seem like someone a person would be lucky to call a friend. Back home in Syria, we always
Interesting.
repay favors. You've helped me a lot. I hope I can return the favor.
So I don't remember that at all, like the reference directly to Syria, and the name that he keeps calling you, I'm sure, is something that can be
Words
looked up.
to
But
live by, Rajal Sadak.
Rajal Sadak, I don't know what that
Could be
means.
Nice material.
And he hasn't offered me an
See you make it
explanation.
through
Like
a
some games will
few
tell
more
you, you know,
summers
like,
at least.
why do you keep calling me that?
anyone taught you how
they
to
would
make a
kind of
sword?
educate you on it. No, I don't know how
I
to make a
suppose
sword.
I must do everything around here. I'm sure that once I teach you to make a sword, you have that industrious look about you.
We can do it, buddy. Collect unrefined ore from the iron veins in Monarch's Bluff. Yeah, so we're not going to do that on the stream either. And, you know, it's not hard to do. I'm sure they'll tell me where it is. There's my campsite. So I can respawn back out there if I want. So I think these mountainous areas, and even the mine back here around the edges, there will be iron around them. And at some point, we're definitely going to want to come up here. This is going to spawn a series of quests as well. And anytime, like this is a 1 through 17, I could just walk to Windsward and start all the quests in Windsward and Everfall. I think there's something going on over here, Corrupted Monolith. So that'll be interesting. Recommended level 25, 5 player. So these are like world spawns that you can fight, which is pretty cool, if I recall. But I think, you know, easily I can level myself up to, where am I at right now? I'm at 13. I'll easily get to 15, 16, maybe 20. And if I just play in Windsward, Monarch's Bluff, and Everfall, you know, obviously I will get up to 17, 25, and from there be able to pursue the mount. And I think I do want to do that. I'm going to do that on a separate stream, or I'll do that on a follow-up stream, which I may schedule. I may also do it on short notice, just depending on what my schedule is like. Overall, first thoughts on New World Aeternum. I did play the beta for a little while. The introduction is nice. I think it starts off different than the original game does, which is pretty cool. No complaints about that. I think the story is great. The animation looks good. It's all smooth, and you know, like the water effects were really, really well done. So no complaints about that. The path that you have to go through to learn to fight, you get to fight right off the bat on the ship, which is kind of cool, instead of kind of waiting through a cinematic. Used to be you'd have to wait through the cinematic, you'd end up on the island, and then you'd start your first fight and your combat lesson right there. The quests at the shoreline seem almost identical to what they were before. And it's basically all just tutorial and giving you your first set of gear, right? And I think if you don't get upgraded weapons that you like, you can just farm that area. I think you can just keep killing the lost that are out there, the corrupt, sorry, not the lost, but you can keep filling the corrupt that are out there on the shoreline. You'll run out of quests in the area, but there are some higher level ones that spawn, and so maybe those guys will drop. Maybe they're a one-time drop, I don't know at this point in time. So that whole process through here at the shoreline is pretty straightforward, including the hideaway or the caverns where you have to go in and level up, and then the path up here. Most of this seems identical, although I think they might have moved some quest givers around, and they might have shifted the quests a little bit. I will say they have, they've probably, I think, and I don't remember exactly, I think there might be either some additional quest givers in the path here. They might have gender swapped a few of them. So there's some characters I don't remember from the last time, but I honestly don't remember who they were originally, or if they were feeding quests without having a quest giver there. You know, I think some of the side ones are pretty straightforward and haven't changed. I don't remember at this settlement, the Knight Regent, and some of the other players. So they've definitely changed the story. That could have happened prior to Aeternum. Might have happened in Angry Earth for all I know. You know, frankly, I don't know if that's new here. I think I know what I'm going to expect up here. That's going to be more leveling, and there's a lot of pirates and a fun base through here before you go through these areas. This mine, there's not much going on in here that I can tell. I don't know if there's too much to do, but I can fast travel already. And it looks like they're providing us with plenty of these fast travel crystals, this Azoth for fast traveling. You know, that's 10, 12 times that I could fast travel if I wanted to. If you jump around a lot, you'll burn them up pretty fast. But, you know, this is all still in Monarch Bluffs, and there's a lot of this zone that we haven't even touched, and I'm at level 13 already. The not so good parts of it so far, the stuff that stands out for me, is the facial animations and the NPCs and the characters they seem a little rough to me, and they don't match up. I'm not looking at them most of the time, which is fine. The voice acting sounds fine to me, with the exception of the guy that looks like a knockoff Snape and sounds like the goblin from Warcraft, you know, the time is money guy. That's a little odd. I did get kicked out of a couple of dialogues with NPCs, specifically up here in the mountains. So I was up in the mountains and I was talking to an NPC quest giver at the time, and he was you know, feeding me through the dialogue. I'm just kind of walking through the dialogue with him, and there were enemies that were spawning very close nearby and attacking me, just aggroing because I was in the area. And that kicked me out of the dialogue at least once. That's a little bit odd. Not a big deal at all. Absolutely nothing you can't work through or work around pretty easily. Couple long cutscenes, lots of dialogue, and I don't think that's unusual either. There's a lot of story around this place early on, and I don't think that continues, but I could be wrong about that. But the only other complaint I have, and it's hard to complain about it because it's kind of the nature of the game, and it's the same way in any game as you're working your way up to getting a mount, is that there's a lot of running in this at this point. And the good news is, or the great news is, that with the previous update, you can get a mount, and you just get that at a certain level and go through a quest for that. And this is just temporary, and now, you know, in the original game, you were kind of stuck on foot for a very long period of time, and at this point in time, it looks all right. I don't know that there's going to be much different about the crafting. I kind of look forward to looking at some of that. We might look at PvP at some point in time, but probably not. I do need to look at what they're letting me bring over from my other characters. I want to make sure I don't accidentally do that. So if you've been playing the game before and you're playing this one, again, maybe that was something new as well. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap this one up for now. Thanks for joining the stream. This has been my first look at New World Aeternum. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, or share if you want to encourage this kind of content, or the rest of the content that's on the channel, which is a different game that I spend the vast majority of my time playing. Just let me know if you want to leave some comments here. Let me know that as well, that you like the content, and maybe we'll do more of it. Thanks.